So here we are, folks, in the 294, a locomotive people seem to love to hate. Some really love it, some really hate it. Personally, I love driving this thing. So I'm showing you this coupling up. It can be tricky. So there we go, we are coupled. Now, one thing people keep saying, this thing, you can't uncouple in it. Yes, you can. Do you see this switch here? Do this. And this, did you hear it? Let's go back outside, uncoupled. Sorry folks, you know, if you actually looked at the control stand properly, you would see this does uncouple from inside, which is really nice when the weather's horrible. So, I just wanted to show you that. That is off. Okay, get you into the neutral position. And we'll make sure we're in reverse. I'll couple it again. There we go. So, here we go. We need to contact the signaler. That is not a whistle board, that is a halt board. We are cleared to proceed as signals indicate. This one does not have white lights, so we're going to release the brake. So hopefully that helps you. Oh, I need to put that back in position, actually. So this is a 3-position rocker. Right now it's in the neutral, which means it disables the uncoupling feature. And this becomes your hill start. But when you flick this up to the 12 o'clock position or 6 o'clock position, this then becomes the uncouple. And you would either pull it forward like that, uncoupled. And I did it again. There we are coupled. Okay, so that's good. Here we go. And you will not be able to release the emergency brakes. It's not really technically kind of emergency, but sort of. It's a traction lock. Your power, you know, how much power you're drawing is here. We are limited to 40 until we get out onto the main line. So the 294, people say it's not fun, it's junk, it's, you know, garbage, it doesn't drive right. It drives perfectly fine. Now, if you had Train Sim Classic, I also have this in Train Sim Classic. It's a very simplified 294 in Train Sim Classic. 90% of the control stand doesn't even work. The light switches don't use keyboard commands. You know, there's stuff like that. So this is more detailed and, you know, more stuff is functional. Now, are there things I don't like? Yeah, I mean, if you're going to put these in, at least make them work, Dovetail. Okay? Some people were upset. And by the way, when I'm disputing some things that people are saying, that does not invalidate their opinion. Their opinion and how they feel about it is still 100% valid. I'm just saying, if you actually take the time, I spent hours, a number of hours, I'm going to say probably 5-10 hours, driving this, doing shunting. I made my life simpler for the shunting. I'll show you how to do that right now. We want to go to settings, player assist, automatically set manual junctions. What does that mean? It means I never have to get out. And that is all right by me. Uncouple 5 trains. You ever tried that on like Sherman Hill? Uncouple the last 5 wagons? And you got a 1.5 mile long train. You want to walk no, thank you. And people say, well, just use the, you know, the 3 camera for doing stuff. Yeah, for uncoupling and that it is. Okay, but going through some of these rail yards, I'm sorry, I find them very confusing. When you're learning a new locomotive, it doesn't matter what one it is, if you're having a bit of struggle with it, okay, you don't get that many more points, okay, by having PZB, LZB, AFB, CFA, and all that stuff on. It's not like instead of 35 points you get like 150 or something. Practice without anything distracting you and just get used to the quirks of the machine. And we will take this up to around 15 on there, and that'll easily get us up to 80. We are limited to 80. That is the top speed of this. And turn on your tooltips, and you will find a lot of this stuff works. I have a habit to go crazy on the brakes, so I'm going to put the air compressor on, so it's always making sure I have the power. This is really good with wheel slip, in all honesty. It's a heavy locomotive on its own. It's like 8 tons or something like that. It's like, this thing is a chonker. Now, it's no grunk, but, yeah, just spend your time, get to learn the locomotive, and then, the other thing with this locomotive, I don't hear CFA go off in this at all. And the light, that's the light for CFA. That is really awkward to see. At night it would probably stand out. But yeah, during the day, not so much. Wipers, there. Windows do open. All in all, the route, this is Leipzig, Dresden. I like it. Granted, I have most all of the layers for this route. So it is a busy route, especially when I get to Dresden. I have multiple different Talent 2s in there, Dostos, Ice 3s and 2s. Maybe the odd 185 or 101. Like, it's kind of interesting how many layers that you can put onto this route. If you've got the PC to do it. I think some of the layering is limited on PC. That looks really good. Because it's a polarized window, I guess. All in all, though, I mean, this is a good-looking locomotive. It's a lot of fun to drive. It definitely has power. And I've just used a preset scenario. I do have the live weather add-on for this and that, but yeah. This is just a timetable entry that I'm doing. But it's a lot of fun driving this thing. As for the sim itself, I thought Riviera line, I would love it, because that was my favorite route in Train Sim Classic, the Riviera line. Absolutely, I've got Riviera line in the 50s. Absolutely love it. But the severe lack of steam in Train Sim World is a real downer, especially for that. They shipped the sim without the water textures. The performance going to paint and stuff like that was just absolute dog crap. Other routes I was fine. But you know, the performance on the Riviera line was not good. Now, one reason I enjoy the sim is because, you know, the old saying, right? Ignorance is bliss. A German rail fan, you know, could say, you know, you like this or you like that, but that is not how that locomotive sounds in real life, or, you know, whatever. I don't know that. I've never been to Germany, let alone seen a 294. I've never been to the UK. I have no idea what a 185 should sound like. The motors are wrong. The door closing chimes are wrong, or whatever. I don't know that. All I know is the doors chime when they close, and the motors make a whiny noise when I put power on. To me, it's working perfectly fine. But if you're really deep into trains, obviously, that and especially if it is a route that is like your home route, like you ride it to school every day or to work or what have you, then I can understand, and like I said, your opinions are fully valid and justified. But to somebody like me, it doesn't matter. I don't know what they look like, sound like, smell like, or anything, because I've never been there. So, you know, ignorance is bliss. This is annoying as all get out. You know, this locomotive is spreading unicorn tears and leprechaun farts and making flowers and shrubs magically appear. I don't know what to say. Like, seriously, Dovetail? Sorry. If you're not familiar, that is a signal for a sign for a neutral section is upcoming. We're a diesel. We don't have to worry about it. Otherwise, you would want to be starting to bring the power off, and this is the start of the neutral section. And you will see a solid U there, and that is the end of neutral section. You can put power back on. If you're driving a tap changer, make sure you go into rundown and have it at 0. Otherwise, you'll blow the rheostat or rectifier or whatever the heck it is, and you'll have to reset your locomotive. So don't drive over a neutral section with the power on. And I think they've gone a little insane. At least, now part of it is rate of exchange. You see, it gets difficult because, you know, every country has their own rate of exchange. But a lot of the routes for Train Sim World 6, they're $58 Canadian. That's almost the cost of the sim. That's a little ridiculous. One thing I was pleasantly surprised with, quite a number of my earlier routes from Train Sim World 2 run pretty dang good. Like they definitely seem to run a bit better in Train Sim World 6. It could be a placebo effect, I'm not sure, because of you know, the way the sim is done, but I've really enjoyed driving some of my older routes, especially the East Coast way. The London Commuter, or London Brighton as it used to be known. I also have the Rush Hour pack for that as well. Love taking it at a 350 and taking a whir out to Gatwick Airport, doing the Gatwick Express. That's a lot of fun. But a lot of the criticism for this loco is because of the way the control scheme is. They say it's not fun. I think a single combined power and throttle, like on a 185 or whatever, that's not fun. Slam it full forward, put it to brake 4. Slam it full forward, put it to brake 4. Boring, monotonous, repetitive. The pop in and draw distance is still an issue, but it looks dang pretty, I can tell you that much. Okay, let's get some power going. A little bit. We are going uphill. No, I only have 2.5 miles. But anyway, I did want to show you that trick. That yes, you can uncouple from inside the cab, which if the weather is really nasty, that's kind of handy. The only thing it's missing, I wish it had a lever that you could put down the couplers front or back from inside the cab as well. Like have these motorized, if you will. They could still operate manually, but have them motorized would be really cool. But I guess they're not in real life. Engine start stopper up here, just in case you're curious. Already showed you the wipers are there. Your PZB is over here. Your CFA is over there. You turn them on inside here. This is a bi-directional cab, and it's a push-button transmission. Just change direction and then just turn around like this. I will say this is this is me. I find this much easier to drive with the mouse and keyboard than with my controller. And I kind of just treat this as a tap changer. And we're getting to 1.5. Where are we going to? Weibeg, sliding G4. And I'm going to try and do that uncouple thing again. Wow, this thing really loses speed. This thing is heavy, like I said. The best angle I kind of see to drive this is about like this is actually the best one, because it gives you a good view straight ahead, but then you can't see the CFA light. I don't know if that is a feature of this, that it doesn't go CFA, Schweinsteigen, and then on come all the brakes and everything. At least if it is doing it, I don't hear it. It's like really low. But all in all, I'm really enjoying Train Sim 06. A lot more than I thought I would. And like I said, I'm not a Dovetail ambassador or anything like that. I'm under no obligation to say a single nice word about this. All of my Train Sim World content, other than the original Train Sim World, was all bought with viewer donations and my own money. I'm agenda free on this channel, whether it's flight sim, truck sim, train sims. I don't accept sponsored content in any way, shape, or form. That's not to say I got one route one time. But, you know, like, I'll give you a perfect example. For a Microsoft Flight Simulator, when I used to fly it in 2020, deep blue scenery design, dark blue scenery designs, not dark blue. Oh, who the heck are they now? It's Alex sending me. I don't even fly Microsoft Flight Simulator really anymore. I don't even have it installed. But they send me codes anytime they release a new scenery. But they even say in it, you're under no obligation to use this or do a review on it or make a video using it. We just want you to have it, and that's it. Now, I did get one route for Train Sim World 2. I'm trying to think which one it was. But it was the same thing. It's like, we see you drive Train Sim every once in a while. Here's something, you know, maybe you want to look at it, maybe you don't. If you don't want to use it in a video, that's fine. And I'm trying to think what route it was, because I don't think I ever did use it. I did use it driving it just amongst myself, but that was it. Anyway, this sim was provided for me by longtime sort of patrons of the channel, if you will, Kitster and Cindy, along with a number of routes. I have like 56, 57 DLCs for this sim, which is far from all the ones. There's 120 something. I think the next one I'm going to get is the Flick something. Unless there's a railjet. If there's a railjet, I want a railjet. Those things are just cool. I mean, okay, can I coast to there? And we will apply the brake. And there we are. And one last time. Did it work? Uncoupled. There you go. So that's how it works. So there you go, folks. Overall, I hope that tip helped you and gave you a bit. Try driving this with mouse and keyboard if you have the ability. I think you might find it a lot easier. Parking brake is the period key for removing that, or the emergency brake, whatever it's saying at you. And do not confuse release brake with releasing the traction lock. That's a totally separate thing. You must have the controller in this position, power brake controller, release brake power, and then hold down the period on your keyboard, and that is how you remove the parking brake kind of thing. And by default, always in this locomotive, this is always applied, that I've found. So make sure you double check that if you can't move. And your indirect brake cutoff should always be in normal when you're going to be driving. For being on the main line, you have all three lights on, like this. And if you're just shunting around the yard, the center light goes off. And of course, you put on your rear signals here, left and rear right. Do not put the center one on. if you're shunting. Or if you're a light loco. That would be the setup for shunting. And if you were a light loco on the main line, you would put that on as well, which is a center light. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found the tips handy. And if you're shunting, make sure you keep this in, and that limits you to 40 kilometers per hour. Anyways, my name's David. It's been my pleasure to introduce you to the 294. It is not as daunting as you think. And it is a lot of fun to drive once you get the hang of it. Hopefully the tips I gave you, do not turn this stuff on when you're beginning to learn it. Double check that the handbrake is not applied. And, the tip about uncoupling from inside. Anyways, until next time, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies in the new year. I'll see you in the skies. I'm not doing any flight sim stuff until next year. On the rails or on the road. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of the week. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again real soon. God bless.